Let's go check out the winter bedroom. We'll start by going through the kitchen. I have insulated curtains here on this opening between the kitchen and the living room. And as you can see across the way, I also have a quilt hanging between the kitchen and the laundry room, back room, just part of my keeping the house warm. The kitchen is the only place where I actually have heating all winter. I have this radiator. It's on between 60 to 63, and it keeps an even, nice baseline temperature in this area. Right now it's 10 a.m. and 28 degrees outside. It was even colder at night. So I appreciate having at least one area of the house where the temperature is fairly stable. Because of the stability of the heat, it makes this room kind of way more comfortable than the regular bedroom. Also, the walls of the room are somewhat insulated by other rooms. So this room in the kitchen is in the middle of the house. So that also sees to it that the room stays warmer. Even from the front, there's a land buffer. To the left, there's a dresser. On top, I have my printer, my label printer, and my regular printer. I don't have any clothing in here. Basically, it's knitting and sewing needles and things like that, scissors, some cords, some mail, computer paper, stuff like that, more office stuff. I have a little desk set up here, a chair and a table where I can charge my phone. I charge my computer from there. It's very convenient. All my books that I might want to look at in bed, and a place for mail and things like that on the left. All the pens and pencils and other stationary type equipment is right here behind. I do have one of those power bars here, and unlike my other power bars that I turn things off when I'm not using it, this is on at all times because I use it to charge so many things. It's become my charging station basically. Over here on the right is a closet. I repurposed some insulated curtains I got from Walmart. They lasted exactly one season. I put them in cold water to wash them. Didn't even put them in the dryer. And a lot of the backing came off, which annoyed the hell out of me. So I'm using them right now. I just hemmed them, and I'm using them right now to keep this closet covered up. Originally, this room was, I guess, the dining room, and the closet was kind of a pantry. But the previous owners had 4 kids, so they decided to add a wall and a door here to make this a little bedroom. You might be able to see there's some kind of odd corners here. There's a corner here to the right of that picture, and then another corner to the left of it. You go over here, there's another corner there, right there by the long rectangular picture, and another corner, maybe it's a little hard to see. But if I put the camera up here, you can see that there's kind of, the room isn't exactly square. It's got almost a bullet shape. So that makes putting beds and furniture and fold out sofas and stuff a little challenging because the room is narrower at the top than it is at the bottom. Here's the reason they did that. If they had made the wall square, it would have come right out into those boulders there, and would have completely blocked this walkway around the front of the house. So I guess they thought they'd come out as square as they thought they could, and then they'd make it a little more bullet shape at the front to accommodate the walkway. My bed is a camp cot. I got it years ago at Costco and just unfolded it and started using it. I've had to put some layers between the mattress and myself. There's not even a mattress, it's just stretched canvas, just to make it a little more comfortable. Fortunately, I like hard surfaces to sleep on. I don't know if this would be sustainable for most people, but I'm fine with it. Let's look at what I did. Here's what I put to soften it up a little bit. I have a towel here mainly as a moisture absorber. I got a small mattress pad at Walmart a few months ago. It's not as thick as I thought it would be, but it's okay. I have a sleeping bag, and one of the advantages of this bed arrangement is that I have a place now to store my sleeping bag. It's kind of bulky, so I just put it underneath. I have an old comforter, And then I have an old blanket on top of that. I cover the whole thing with a flannel sheet, and it's actually quite comfortable. So I have a flannel sheet. I got this set at Costco, and it's worked out very nicely. I have 2 queen size fleece blankets that I got at Walmart last year, and I folded those in half, so it's 4 layers of fleece. I have an Afghan, my heavy duty Soviet wool blanket, and a light quilt. I have found I've needed to add layers as the winter goes on. When I want to take a nap or just want to sit in bed without going under the covers, I do have this electric throw and this Minky blanket. I'll put the electric blanket on like medium, and the throw on top really keeps the heat in, and it is just so cozy and comfortable. Plenty of pillows is also a must. I have plenty of support with the wall and the pillows to sit comfortably in bed. So I wanted to talk about the Soviet blanket for a minute. I've got a couple of them, twin size, very heavy. I weighed it, weighs 5.5 pounds, as opposed to my pink quilt on top, which is 3.5 pounds. It is very densely woven. It is thick. It is incredible. You may be wondering how I came across some Soviet blankets, which is a fair question. I am half Russian, and although most of my family was able to get out of Russia over the last 100 years, I had 2 aunts who were not able to get out, and actually were able to get out in the early 60s, but they went through some of the horrible times. There's always horrible times there. I don't know. Russian people are wonderful. Leadership, not so much. But they were there through Stalin, and then through, the height of communism, all that stuff. So the rest of the family who was in the States were able to pull them out again in the 60s. And I was a small child when they came, and I remember very well when they came. They were 2 wonderful women, and I became very close with them, and they ended up passing away when I was in my late 20s. So I had lots and lots of years with them. They brought many things from the Soviet Union when they came, and among them these blankets. So when they passed away, I inherited the blankets, and I'm very, very grateful because they are just wonderful. My only problem with the bed is that because it's a twin, there's not a lot of room for movement, I guess I want to say. Everyone has their sleeping style, and my sleeping style is to build a blanket fort and to get into it. Problem with building a blanket fort on a twin bed cot is that there's not a lot of extra rooms to build the foundation of the fort around you. So I find that the blankets slide off and get a little out of position from time to time. So every morning I have to refold, and sometimes I wake up and the folded fleece has kind of slid apart. So that's the biggest drama I have, but it's totally doable. I'm becoming very fond, and perhaps overly fond, of this bedroom. I just love being here. Christmas Day was sunny here. It was probably one of the only sunny days we've had. It's been raining so hard, and because it was sunny, the house got warmed up, including the back bedroom where I usually sleep. And I could have slept there, and I thought for a second I could sleep here tonight, finally go back to my bedroom, and I decided I didn't want to. I sleep very well here. It's very cozy. I love the proximity to the kitchen. I just get up, get my tea, get back into bed. I feel like I'm in my own little world back here. Everyone's fuel costs are going up, heating costs, the cost of wood, the cost of electricity, propane, whatever it is going up. That's part of what we're seeing here. And I don't know how to solve that on the global sense. I can only solve it on my personal sense, and that was to simply look at my house, figure out the best way to keep things warm in an economic sense, and changing bedrooms made a lot of sense, and I'm really happy I did it. So this is definitely a house hacking opportunity if you have high power bills, to not get too stuck in what you used to do in certain rooms and how to live and how you usually live. It doesn't matter. Find the place that is going to give you the most satisfaction, the most bang for your buck, over the winter, and for me, it's being in this room. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and hope you are knowing only cozy, happy times.